Yeah. You've seen Apocalypto.
Yeah.
You get the gist of it. You figure it out.
Dude, and Apocalypto ruled. So
it's so good. Look, Mel Gibson, if he hadn't just had those little outbursts of his, he's not only one of the best actors, he's a tremendous director. The fact that
son of a bitch, no story structure.
They're speaking that extinct Mayan dialect throughout the film, and like obviously I didn't appreciate that until I like read it after the fact, but then I watch it again and I'm like, wow, this is some dead language that would have never gotten this exposure. That's cool. Like they paint this guy to be a racist, but he's done in South America with these swamp people, these jungle folk, like paying homage to their culture, their language, and I guess he tweaked it a little bit with the Spanish showing up at the end. But I like that too. That's a great ending.
Felt like there should have been a sequel there.
Yeah, I'd have watched a whole fuck Avatar. Give me three Apocalyptos. That would have been
for sure. I want to see the Spanish come aboard because following the history, the Spanish would have been chill with our hero who escaped that, like the small tribes that were being subjugated in such a horrible way by the Aztecs.
Exactly.
And they would have been like, hey, you guys with your shiny stuff we don't understand yet. There's a bunch of real no good nicks over here sacrificing people on pyramids. How about we gather up the tribes? Everybody pissed at these folks. Let's take them down.
That's what Cortez did.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, those they had the swords that had they were like wooden clubs, kind of like cricket bats with obsidian like teeth stuck in them all the way around.
So much worse than guns.
Well, I mean, they couldn't have worked too well against armor, which the guys were fucking wearing.
Or cholera.
Or cholera.
Cholera is our number one like savior for taking the Americas, because they say that 80 or 90% of the North American Indians were taken out by smallpox and cholera, and it's like we had a hard time with the 10 or 15% that was left. It wasn't it wasn't a pushover taking the West. It was they sent the cavalry, and sometimes the cavalry lost. You had little bighorn type incidents and stuff. It was an ongoing war for years to take the West. And you're telling me that was only like 10 or 15% of their original numbers? That's why there were so many buffalo, because historically there weren't vast million head herds of buffalo in the West. There had been 10 times more Native Americans there prior to that, keeping the numbers in check.
Well, wish we had more buffalo still.
I was thankful for their remnant version.
Did you see there's a new Spider-Man TV show coming?
Progress is preposterous.
Yeah, the progress really is.
This is the new Spider-Man TV show. It is like a noir Spider-Man, and Nick Cage is Spider-Man.
What does that word mean?
What?
I see it all the time. I never looked it up.
It's like a gumshoe detective, black and white, 40s kind of pulp comic detective vibe. With gangsters.
You know what? I think that
collars.
kind of. So if people don't know the superhero universe at all, they naturally get more and more powerful. You start off with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and here's a guy who's capable, but maybe struggles a little bit with dealing with like 4 muggers at one time, right? And then a few years pass, and you have this intergalactic space traveling Spider-Man taking on Thanos and things like that. That every superhero just gets power scaled up and up and up until sometimes you need to do a multiverse trick or whatever and bring them back down to Earth. Because once you've beaten some galaxy eating, fueling, super, 104 light year tall superhero, where are you going from here? Like, what's next?
Oh, it's the Rhino.
You can't go back to like solving.
Watch out for his horn.
So the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man from the 40s, like, I'll
this
check
is
it
not
out.
that. This is a spin on Spider-Man. I don't know if it's based on a graphic novel that I've never heard of or whatever, but if I linked it down there, you can like briefly like click through like what this looks like. It looks like Nick Cage is an insane person who has Spider-Man powers.
And is it all AI done?
Yeah, it seemingly, yes, he has the powers. He's web slinging and like beating this shit out of criminals, and then seemingly is very mentally unstable. And
Nick Cage is a Spider-Man.
Nick Cage is
I'm
Spider-Man.
nervous. I'm not into a 60-year-old Spider-Man.
And then he
does not look 60. I will say this. First of all,
he doesn't.
You can watch it in black and white or something they're calling true color. I don't know what exactly that is. I will watch this in black and white because he doesn't look as old in black and white, and it's going to make the effects look better too. then I think that's going to fit the vibe of this show too.
It seems like
for Nick Cage Spider-Man.
That first line he said, they like told him like do it more Nick Cagey, because he was like, you already know how it ends. Yeah. Well, I was in Vegas. Yeah.
So when does it come out? Do we know?
What does this say?
It should be in 5 minutes if it's AI.
May 27th on Prime.
That's pretty soon.
No,
Bad Santa
peak
is so
Billy
awesome.
Bob.
That's
That's
just
the
a great
personification
movie.
of his like down on his luck,
Anchorman.
mean son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That was his
alcoholic
Anchorman.
character.
That's a good way to put it. How did that almost slip through? Is it because it's too dirty? It feels like that should be a movie that people say more during the Christmas season, like, hey, let's watch Bad Santa. But it just doesn't pop up. Everyone's always about Elf and the classics.
Elf is so much better than Bad Santa.
For me, it's National
Elf is a great
Lampoon's
movie,
Christmas
but,
Vacation is my number one, and then Bad Santa is definitely in the top three that we rewatch every year. And then I don't watch Elf. I don't like Elf. I think it's fine. Like I saw it twice.
I think
it's an okay movie, but I don't
Dude,
like.
I sometimes watch the snowball fight scene in isolation just to
see. When he just wrecks those kids
all year round. You know, they're like pinned down. There's snowballs just like popping against metal structures or whatever they're ducking behind. And Will Ferrell turns to the kid and goes, you know, I think we can take him. And he's like, what? And then you hear like the sounds of pigeon wings flapping or something. And there's a pyramid of snowballs, each one of them perfect. And then he fires them like a paintball gun, just throwing ropes at everybody. And it is one of my favorite superhero movies.
Oh, you see it as a superhero movie.
Clearly.
In Bad Santa, Billy Bob beats the shit out of those kids with the skateboard, and he's punching them in the mouth and stuff like that. And then later on, he's in the locker room, and he's just like, beat up some kids today. It made me feel like I did something good.
Maybe I would like that. Maybe I need to give another chance.
Yeah, because those kids were being ruthless to that fat kid.
Oh yeah, they're bullying
and I felt so terrible for the fat snotty kid. Yeah, not snotty like attitude, snotty literal snot.
I'll just
I'm not here for any of that. I want to talk about the TV show I've been watching real quick though, because I know y'all like Billy Bob. Amazon made a TV show called Goliath. There's 4 seasons of it already out. It feels a lot like Better Call Saul, but it's Billy Bob Thornton. He's playing like a alcoholic lawyer who's got a huge case against a military industrial company. And so he's being fucked with. His investigation's being messed with by like mysterious figures. And it's really good. The head of the law firm he's going against is like a Batman villain. He lives in this dark penthouse office, and he uses this dog clicker to talk to people. He's like, click, 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 like punctuating his sentences. He's a burn victim, and half of his face is melted like a Bond villain. And he uses red light all the time. So whenever you go to his very dark office, he's bathed in red light, and it reflects in his glasses, and it makes it look like he's got demonized sometimes. And he watches the proceedings through CCTV, and even that's red light. And he's in there again like a Batman villain. He's like, no, like he's ridiculous. It's a really good show.
Is he the plaintiff or is he the opposing attorney?
Billy Bob Thornton is suing the military industrial company for a wrongful death that he's investigated. They've made it look like a suicide, maybe, and he's trying to prove that it wasn't a suicide, it was something else. And I think there's 4 seasons, but you get the story I just described wrapped up in season 1.
Like a whistleblower situation, like where they killed someone who was like they're doing illegal stuff, or
I don't want to spoil the plot, but something kind of like that. Like the company fucked up, now somebody's dead, and they don't want to take ownership for it because they were doing some bad shit when he died, basically. And Billy Bob
I do like Billy Bob.
He looks healthier in this. All right, so in Landman, he looks bad. He looks like a bad fall would end his career.
Give him a break. He is old.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm a big fan. I watched every episode. All right, I like Billy Bob. Just saying, he looks beat down.
He's 70. You're gonna look old at 70.
78,000. He looks so old, and he's so hunched over, and he drives a 250 Ford. So when he gets out, he looks so little and shriveled. But what I'm saying is, Goliath was made like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got a little pep in him.
So he's like 60.
He can get around a little. He looks fine. He's still kind of handsome. It's not weird when he's with a beautiful woman or something like that. Because in this new show, I'm just like, nobody wants you, Billy Bob. God damn, you look like you're dying. You look like you're dying, Billy Bob. It's
I
not
mean,
a
I
good
don't think
look.
he's
Like
dying.
the oil business.
I don't think he's ever going to match Bad Santa.